Hi there, I'm Robert Moeller with ELGI Rubber Company, one of the world's leading manufacturers in tire repair. Today we're going to demonstrate how to properly repair a nail hole injury using a one-piece or two-piece repair method. But before we get started, here's what you'll need. First off, we want to inspect the tire to be repaired for casing integrity and repairability. Locate and mark all injuries on the interior and exterior of the tire to be repaired. Next, position the tire with the injury in a 3 or 9 o'clock position. We want to remove all puncturing objects to determine the full extent of injury and if any separation is present. Next, we want to remove all puncturing objects to determine the full extent of injury and if any separation is present. Using a gauging tool, determine the size and angle of the injury. If the injury channel angle is greater than 25 degrees, then a two-piece repair must be used. First, apply rubber cleaner aerosol to the repair area on the interior of the tire. Use a rubber scraper to remove the contaminating silicones and mold release agents from the inner liner surface, while the area is still moist with the rubber cleaner. Damaged rubber and steel should be removed from the injury using the appropriate carbide cutter on a low-speed drill with a maximum speed of 1200 RPM. Drill the injury from the inside of the tire following the angle of injury. Drill at least 3 times. Drill the injury from the outside of the tire following the angle of injury. Drill at least 3 times. When you are finished, inspect the injury to make sure that all damage has been removed and there are no exposed body cords. Next, remove the poly from the stem, making sure not to touch the gum with your fingers. Relax the tire so the tire beads are not spread. Remove the spiral tool. For easy handling, apply a thin coat of chemical vulcanizing cement to the black, tapered portion of the stem. Insert the lead wire through the prepared injury until the wire extends through the injury. Grasp the wire on the exterior of the tire with pliers. Pull the stem through the injury until 1/8 inch or 3 millimeters remains above the inner liner surface. Next, trim the stem just above the inner liner surface with a flexible knife or side cutters. Center the repair unit selected over the injury and use the repair unit as a marking template for identifying the buffing area. Trace index lines approximately 1/2 inch or 12 millimeters larger than the repair unit on all sides. Now we need to texturize the inner liner using a low-speed buffer with an appropriate buffing wheel to obtain an RMA number 1 or 2 surface. Stay within the cleaned, marked perimeter area and buff the inner liner. Make sure all imperfections and ribs are removed to achieve a velvet-like texture on the inner liner. Be cautious not to buff too deep, exposing the body ply. Use a vacuum or a wire brush and remove any buffing debris from the inner liner surface within the marked area. Do not use compressed air or an airline to blow debris from the surface. Airlines may contain oil and moisture. Combined with the air pressure, this can further enhance contamination, causing the repair unit to fail. After the excess debris has been removed, clean the entire prepared surface with fast buff rubber cleaner by applying it on a clean, non-treated, lint-free cloth. Do not apply directly to the tire. Allow the cloth to absorb the solution and apply the cloth using a patting method so the rubber does not absorb the solution, yet the contamination is removed by the dampened cloth. When you are finished, allow the surface to dry of the rubber cleaner. Next, use chemical vulcanizing cement, or CVC, applying a thin, even coat to the prepared surface. Allow to dry thoroughly. Drying time will vary based upon temperature and humidity. Never use any type of heat gun device. This may cause the surface to dry while the rubber is still moist within the depth of the casing, thus causing a condition of gassing and porosity to the repair, resulting in repair failure. Never use an open flame or ignite the area to aid with drying. It is an unsafe practice, and scorch or burning of the area may occur, preventing the repair from vulcanizing to the tire surface. Take the repair unit selected for the injury and break the poly backing at the slit. Peel the poly halfway back from each side of the backing, exposing the facing gum of the repair unit. You may handle the repair unit by the remaining poly attached to the repair unit so as not to contaminate the facing gum. Press the repair into place, pressing down with your thumb. Next, remove the poly from the repair. Stitch the repair unit in place, working the repair from the center towards the edges. Repeat this process by turning the stitcher 90 degrees. This will promote better adhesion and assist in eliminating any trapped air from under the repair unit. Now, remove the clear poly protective from the top of the repair unit. After the poly has been removed, apply a coating of inner liner repair sealant around the perimeter of the repair unit and to the exposed, textured area of the inner liner. This will aid in the air retention where the inner liner surface has been exposed. On a tube type tire, coat the repair unit with an application of tire talc powder to prevent the outer edge of the facing gum from adhering to the inner tube of the tire, and allow for flexing of the tube over the repair unit. Finally, cut off the excess of the stem while in a relaxed position, leaving 1/8 inch or 3 millimeters remaining above the tread surface.